Hello, I'm Hawley, and today is May 18th, 2021. This is my project on the esophagus and the stomach. The esophagus and the stomach are key components of the digestive system. The digestive system's function is to break down food, absorb nutrients, and eliminate waste. The digestive system consists of the mouth, the pharynx, the esophagus, the stomach, the large and small intestines, and the rectum, which is down here. The esophagus's function is primarily to transport foods and fluids from the mouth to the stomach. The stomach's function is to temporarily store food, mix and break down food, and digest food. Together, the esophagus and the stomach help our bodies process food and liquids, and therefore help us survive. Let's take a closer look at the esophagus, shall we? It is described as a muscular-like tube, and it originates from the endodermal primitive gut. What happens in the esophagus is a person swallows and the food moves down to the pharynx. And then the food moves to the upper esophageal sphincter, which opens up so that the food can come into the esophagus. Then the peristoles, which are waves of muscular contractions, propel the food down to the diaphragm. Then the food passes through the diaphragm to the lower esophageal sphincter, which opens up and allows the food to move into the stomach. The pharynx, aka the throat's function, is to receive the food from the mouth and pass it to the upper esophageal sphincter. The upper esophageal sphincter's function is to form a barrier between the pharynx and the esophagus and allow foods and water to enter as when needed. The cilia moves the food and water along the esophagus. The lower esophageal sphincter's function is to allow the transmission of food and water into the stomach. The diaphragm's function is to place pressure on the esophagus to prevent acid reflux and help get rid of vomit, urine, and feces. The stomach is the organ that is used for the temporary storage, mixing and breaking down, and digestion of food. The cardia's function is to help prevent stomach contents from going back up the esophagus. The fundus's function is to store undigested foods and gases. The serosa provides blood vessels and nerves. The lumen is where the food is digested. The rugae of mucosa allows for the expansion of the stomach after the consumption of foods and liquids. The pyloric antrum holds the broken down food until it is ready to be released into the small intestine. The pyloric sphincter allows the contents of the stomach to pass into the small intestine. The oblique layer grinds the food together with the digestive juices. The circular layer prevents food from traveling backwards, and the body is where the food is stored. The stomach and the esophagus work together to digest our food, which is very important for our survival. The esophagus passes the food and liquid down to the stomach, which then stores and digests them. Together, the esophagus and stomach make up a large part of our digestive system, and without them we would not be able to digest food or even extract the nutrients from it. Thank you for watching this video about the esophagus and the stomach. I hope you enjoyed it.